Hey guys, Jeremy here with Truth and Requiem. We're going to do a little quick look on Fallout 4, show you some of the features, what you can expect, and basically how awesome this game is and how you're not going to want to miss it. So first, since we got two of them right here, this game has companions, and so basically I think there's probably a total of 13 or 15 companions that you can choose from as you go along in the game. And you basically talk to them and set them up to follow you around, carry stuff for you, and help you fight stuff. I've got this guy super scragged out right now. But basically, they're there to follow you around, help you kill stuff, and when you're overloaded on stuff in your inventory, you can pass it off on them, and you can also outfit them with armor and guns. It's pretty cool. A lot of times, the AI is okay. I mean, sometimes they'll get lost, or you'll look around, they're nowhere to be found. I've had times where they've turned on me and I had to restart my game because they wouldn't stop killing me. So they can be kind of frustrating, but all in all, it's a pretty cool part of this game. The next thing that Fallout 4 does super well is settlement building. Now mine pretty much is terrible. As you can see, I have junk everywhere. I don't do anything with settlement building. I probably will in a while, but right now I'm just focused on playing the game. But it's super cool. I've seen some amazing settlements online. You basically can go into your settlement mode and pick structures and put them all over the place. You can essentially build just about anything that you can think of. I mean, there has been just absolutely crazy things people have done. So that's kind of cool. You can basically build your own little town. It doesn't really do much, honestly, but I guess if you're into that kind of thing, then you can have a lot of fun doing that. And continuing to the power armor. So this is a really cool part of the game, and in this game, you get it actually a lot earlier than the other Fallout games. So let me just show you a little bit of the power armor. So I'm usually always in my power armor because I've found that fusion cores aren't that hard to come by. That's what it uses to power the armor. And you can hold so much more. So if you're out looting, you can carry like twice as much as normal. I've just kind of lined up my other suits here that I've found just for fun. Eventually I'll put them in some kind of cool case, I guess. I'll build something awesome. But this is my main guy. I actually stole this helmet from someone, and it was pretty awesome. So this game has no shortage on customization. There are so many weapons in this game and armor. Obviously, the harder difficulty you play on, the cooler stuff you're going to find. But you'll get a gun, and you can go to your workshop, and you can upgrade it with all kinds of different stuff. You can mess with the receiver, a barrel, the grip, the magazine, the sights. You can add suppressors, and you can do this to every one of your guns. So you can really adjust your playstyle if you want to be silent, if you want to be long range and silent, which is really cool. The other part of that, you know, the armor is the exact same way. You can add, make your armor more resilient to radiation, or to make it more silent, or, you know, whatever. So the other part of your playstyle is speccing out your character. Now there's so much to do in here, and one cool thing is that there is no level cap in this game. So theoretically, eventually you could probably get all of these. But so these are all your perks. You start off at the top with strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck. Now, one thing I've heard a lot of people do is they think that they need to max these out before they can go down to these trees. But really, it'll tell you on these what it requires for the skill. Like this only requires 1 endurance. So in the beginning, you know, I'd read some reviews online and see what kind of character you want to play and how you want to play it, and then I would come in here and in the very beginning add, you know, whatever strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, etc. And then you can kind of go and have fun and create the playstyle that you want. And then as you get more experience and get more levels, you can come back here and level these up to get further down in these trees. So it's really cool. It helps to figure out what kind of playstyle you want to do. These are fun little perks, and they make you a lot better at the game. So this game is absolutely massive. When I first started in this game and I was just in the beginning areas, I was like, oh, this is, this is really great and all. And then I went over and I saw the main cities, and I was just blown away at how much content this game has. Now, I've only been playing, I maybe have logged about 50 hours, and I've probably barely scratched the surface of this game. I've been doing a lot of stuff with the factions. There's 4 factions: the Brotherhood, the Institute, the Minutemen, and the Railroad. And each faction kind of has their own little, I guess, beliefs or whatnot, and you do missions based on those. So you can kind of adjust your playstyle again for what you think is cool or what you want to do, which is a lot of fun. So this game claims to have over 400 hours of gameplay, and after what I've seen, I would not contest that. There is so much to do in this game, and it's really hard to get bored. I've actually been putting off a lot of games just so I can try to beat this game, and I feel like it's never going to happen because of all these side quests I'm doing. If you really wanted to, you could blow through all the main quests and be done with it pretty quick, but you might as well get your money's worth and play the whole game. You can quick slot different guns for the D-pad, and makes it real easy to have a whole bunch of guns and to be able to switch to them quicker for different scenarios. This game does sneaking pretty well, and you can upgrade it, but you can often sneak around people very well and get in some great shots before they can see you. Boom. Or if you just want to go in guns blazing, running all over the place, you can do that as well. So they put so much time into this game. There's actually more dialogue in this game with characters than Skyrim and Fallout 3 combine. So it's very, very rich in the story and the backstories and the sub-stories and side stories. If you're someone who really, really likes to get into the game and feel like you're really part of the world, then this is absolutely going to be that game for you. Another cool thing about this game that I really enjoyed is you're not just always bombarded by enemies everywhere you go. You can walk around this dilapidated city, and there are little pockets of enemies here and there, but it's not like you're just going to be fighting things every single time, every place, around every little corner. With such a massive game, it's great that they have fast travel, so as long as you've been to a place, you can go back there and on the map and fast travel, which makes getting around much, much easier, especially when you're in power armor, because when you run, that uses your fusion cores, and those are definitely finite. So fast travel is a fantastic way to get around. What makes this game a lot of fun is that, especially on harder difficulties, every enemy you encounter, especially the legendary enemies, have chances to drop the really cool, really unique guns. So you're always interested in fighting and hoping that you're going to get that next drop that you've always wanted to. So if you're a fan of turn-based shooters, they have this feature in here which you'll like called Vats. It's not quite turn-based, but you can hit your Vats and it's going to pause it for a while, and you can choose where you want to shoot them at, and then hit A and it'll just go right there. So it's definitely a handy little part of the game, especially on things that are a more difficult enemy or harder to find. You can use your Vats, and that uses your action points to put different shots at different points in the body, which is pretty cool. So this game has so many different types of guns. As you can see in my inventory, I'll just go to my ammo, and there are, your typical damaging real rifle rounds, electromagnetic. You've got cryo guns, you have flamethrowers, you've got stuff that uses these fusion cells, which is kind of like an electronic gun, I guess. You've got laser guns, gamma rounds, you have mini nukes, which literally is a nuke. It's absolutely insane. It just blows up just about anything. Missile launchers, you got plasma. I mean, the creativity put into this game is pretty astounding. There's something for everybody, and you're just going to love everything about this game when you play it. So that about wraps up our quick look of Fallout 4. If you guys haven't picked up this game, go ahead and check it out. You're going to love it. It's well worth the $60 because you're going to get so much gameplay out of it. Let me know what you think of the video, and if you dig the game, we sure want to hear about it. Anyways, we'll see you next time.